You guys, remember I told y'all about my sleep paralysis story, and it's the holiday times, and I have my wonderful sister here. I'm here with her and her fiance, and I have my sleep paralysis story, and my sister has had sleep paralysis like over 20 times, and she wants to share her story today. Are you ready?
No, because it's a little scary, but yes, because I want you guys to know.
Yes, so let's get straight into it. Hello, beautiful souls. By the way, my name is Candace, and this is my lovely sister Cassandra, and I would like to welcome everyone to my channel where everything is perfect. Throw up them hearts, including you. You're perfect. Hello, beautiful souls. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having an absolutely amazing day. I am sending everyone tons and tons of love. So you guys, I'm gonna give my sister the floor, and I'll be back in a second. So tell us your first story. We're gonna tell 2 stories today, right?
Yes, 2 stories.
Okay, so go ahead. Where were you at when the first story happened?
I was in training school, less than a year in the Navy.
And what was your location?
I was in Florida.
I know, but like, where were you at? Like, were you in the hotel? Were you in the barracks?
So we were in the barracks in a room. So I normally share a room with, there's another person I'm supposed to share a room with, but this person never stayed in their room. So I always slept there alone. So this particular night, yes, I was there alone, sleeping, like, you know, you normally sleep. This is, I think, the first time I really had sleep paralysis that I knew of. I heard about it from my younger sister, Christina, and I never really considered it a thing, but I just like her experience, and I was like, that's crazy that that's happening to you. And then it happened to me.
Yeah, that's how it happened to me. That's why I was researching it, and I knew about it because of her.
Yeah, so in a way, I think almost sleep paralysis kind of is like something given, like you don't know, you don't have it until you hear about it. But I guess we'll get into my grandmother having it, because we didn't know what it was called at the time. She would always say she was being rode by a witch.
Yeah.
So I'll get back to the story. I was sleeping in bed, and I slept backwards in my bed in the way it was supposed to. You're originally supposed to. So I was sleeping facing the window, and my back was to the door. I don't know why I slept that way. It was just, my brain just said that makes sense. So I could see in my mind's eye I'm sleeping, and I could see a figure. It's almost like with sleep paralysis, you can see the room clear, but you're like almost in another dimension, but you can see everything as it is. Mind you, I was not up, I was not walking around, I was sleeping, and in my mind's eye I could see a figure coming down the corridor and turns into my room. And I'm seeing all this, not thinking anything of it, but I can tell that this spirit was not.
Was you afraid when you saw it?
I didn't. So
when you were seeing it in your mind's eye?
In my mind's eye, no.
Okay.
When I first could see the figure, but I could feel like it had like a negative energy. So I wasn't thinking anything, but I guess it happened so quickly as well. It's like somebody walking down the hall, and then they're in your room, and then it comes and it's over me, like over the head of the bed where I'm at, like where my head is. And if you guys,
was it a form, or was it just like a shadowy figure?
It was a shadow figure,
but it had a face.
It was humanoid, so human in like appearance, like it had a head.
Okay.
You can't really see if it has hair or any kind of,
okay.
And you could tell like it has like arms, kind of like a torso,
okay.
And then like I assumed it had legs, but you couldn't really see. But it's just like
you're laying down.
Yes, it's like a shadowy human figure type, not like an animal where it's crouched over, but it's standing upright, dark, shadowy figure.
So what did it do?
So my best way to describe this creature is like from Harry Potter, the Dementors. Have you seen Harry Potter? I love Harry Potter. And this figure is like, I can feel it like into my soul, like into my body. I don't know how to, but like if you've seen Harry Potter, the Dementors, they're like
sucking something out of you.
Sucking, yes. And I can feel like my energy just like, it's like, I don't know, trying to eat my soul. That's
so what was you doing?
At the first moment, obviously this is a crazy thing.
Whether it's real.
Yes, first time. I couldn't move. but inside of my body, I don't know how you can describe it. You're like trapped in your body.
You was trying to...
I was screaming and fighting, literally, to the point, so this is happening, but I couldn't move. And I think that freaked me out even more, that I couldn't move, that I fought even harder and screamed even harder. That by the time I broke out of sleep paralysis, I was literally screaming help and screaming that I was hitting the wall next to me, and I could hear that I woke the person in the next room up, that they got up. That's how hard I was screaming and fighting. And I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna get in trouble because I'm like, they think we're fighting in the barracks. But nothing, no one even called the police. I guess no one cared.
I have a question. Do you think it was the barracks, like that something going on there, or?
I think it is attributed to the place, and I think the person. I think that it's,
what do you mean the person? Oh, you.
Sensitive people.
Yeah.
I think that's why I am a quiet, introverted person, because I feel like I can feel everyone's energies, even if they're not talking, even if they're not talking to me. But if they're in my presence, I can just feel, and I become overwhelmed by people's energy. That a lot of the times I prefer to be alone. So I think that maybe whatever this thing was, because I can't even, I don't want to lie to you guys and say it's this thing, because it could be something else.
So it left, and then did you go back to sleep? What happened?
So this particular time, I stayed up because I was so scared of it happening again. So I'm in the room by myself, so I just stayed there with the light on for hours until I like naturally fell asleep. I slept with the light on. So I think that somehow, anytime I've slept with the light on or after sleep paralysis, it has not happened again.
But that's what I heard, that if you are attacked, get up, pray, keep the light. You can't fight. You have to like change your vibration kind of thing.
And the same time in the same location, I actually had it again and fell right back to sleep like, oh, it's over. Literally like it was back right over me, and it was happening again. And
it was sucking you again? Like, or it was different?
This time, that was my only experience of actually like a sucking, like something's like trying to, the other times it's just like a figure over me and I can't move, and I could just feel its energy looming. Like it's almost like if someone's staring at you, that kind of feeling. And it's just like you can feel that energy, but it doesn't feel positive, at least to me. It always feels like, but it could as well be my reaction that I can't move and it's a dark figure over me causes me to become very afraid, and I just begin to fight. Now I've learned if I've had it, either turn on some music or get up, change the atmosphere, change the,
change your vibration.
Anytime it happens to me now, I actually read the Bible and I pray and I put the Bible under my pillow, and it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. So now let's get into the second one, okay? So what happened? Where were you at?
I was in my boyfriend's apartment. Well, boyfriend, not fiance's apartment, sleeping in the bed in the next room, and he was in the living room playing video games. And so I was just resting, and... So
you were asleep?
I was sleeping.
Okay.
I think it originally was just supposed to be a nap, and I ended up falling asleep. And I just remember getting attacked again. I don't, per se now, don't remember a figure, but I remember just some kind of presence and just over my whole body at this point. So as I'm having a sleep paralysis, I'm trying to fight out of it, and then I guess my boyfriend in the next room hears me fighting. Like he explains it because he's seen me have sleep paralysis a few times, and he explains it as I'm grunting and I'm like moving and trying to fight. And so
I guess the grunting is like you trying to make noise.
Yes,
it's coming out like a grunt.
Yes. So in sleep paralysis, I can hear myself trying to speak. I'm speaking within my body, but I'm not actually physically. So I guess when I do actually break out of sleep paralysis, I actually can begin to talk, but he hears it like, and that's actually what I'm doing too. Like I'm trying to like break out. So that's how I know what I'm experiencing within myself is actually happening in the world, that I'm trying to break out of it and speak, but it's not happening. But he hears me fighting, the grunting and like whatever. And he comes and he hugs me. As soon as he hugs me, I break out of the sleep paralysis.
So you just like wake up immediately?
Yes, I immediately, whatever this figure or presence that's over me, it's gone. And I'm like scared because I honestly, every time I'm scared of sleep paralysis because I'm afraid of why it happened and is it going to happen again. So he just kind of lays there and comforts me.
And how you kind of explained it before, you said you feel like because it was like a love presence that like was
it broke
like,
it out of it. It's like literally like it's like
gone.
Yes.
Like the hug was like a magic love.
Yes, it was a magic like touch, like just like automatically, like you could feel it, and then like it was gone. The presence was gone. Yeah. The experience was gone.
And so, what you said when he woke up, you woke up?
I mean, to me, I think sleep paralysis is a little embarrassing. So I was just like scared, and I was like, I'm scared, and
you didn't tell him what was going on?
I mean, I told him what happened. That something was like that. He knows about sleep paralysis because I have it. So I told him like, I was having sleep paralysis and something was attacking me and I couldn't talk and I couldn't move. And he's like, you know, just comforting me. I think he's just like goes along with it. And I think honestly, he just want to make sure that I'm okay, because it sounds like I'm fighting for my life in the next room. So I think that part is scary for anybody to witness.
So y'all, that was my sister's story. Y'all, I think our family is very spiritually inclined, period, because I feel like our lineage has been passed down to us, like all these things, because my grandma, she basically told us how she was rolled by a witch a long time ago, way before we knew what sleep paralysis, which is basically sleep paralysis. And you want me to tell her story?
Yes, I think you should start, and I just hop in. Yeah. What I remember my grandma.
So my grandma, she used to tell us about crazy stuff about her and the goat, and they used to live on a farm. But anyway, so she was saying she was laying in the bed and she could hear footsteps coming down the hallway. You know, they got them runners, like them plastic runners, but she could hear it walking on the plastic runner. And she said she could feel it, like once it got to her room, sit on her bed, like it, and dent it herself. And she just said she was screaming, right?
She always called it a witch too.
Yeah, she was rolled by a witch. I think that was the term that they used. They didn't use sleep paralysis.
Yes. And she said she was just laying on the bed and it was sitting on her. Just
it was sitting on her. Yeah.
And she couldn't move.
She couldn't move. And she said she was screaming and screaming and screaming and she couldn't move. And do you remember what she said? How it got off of her?
No, what did she say?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember what she said.
I just remember she just said it just was sitting on her. And she just said, I was rolled by a witch. And maybe her, I don't know, maybe her talking about it put it in our brain. What I'm learning is that sleep paralysis is a form of astral traveling, astral projection. Like if you could get into a sleep state where you are awake, that you can travel. So it's just basically a spiritual gift that you have, but because it's a scary thing and you don't know what's happening to you, that it becomes a fear thing. But if you know what's happening, like for me, I knew what was happening when I had sleep paralysis. Like she said, she just uses the Bible, like she prays and she reads the Bible. Like me, I watched literally hundreds of like sleep paralysis stories, and I knew to say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and that just like releases it. Actually, I cussed mine out. I was like, it whispered in my ear. If you want to see the story, I'll pop it up. But it was like, I got you now. It told me that, and I immediately was like, the hell you don't. And I don't even talk like that. I was like, the hell you don't now. I was like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And immediately when I said that, it lifted up off of me. They like flee in the name of Jesus.
Yeah, which don't fight like I do.
Thank God. Yes, I tell her all the time, don't fight. Like, you know it's happening, because she's very aware. Like, she even controls her dreams. Like, she's like a vivid lucid dreamer, like where she could, but she says she doesn't like to control them, because she says that she just wants to let it play out and see what happens. But me, if I dream to control my dreams, because if I could, I would like explore. That's what I think I would do. I would explore. But you know, I hear a lot of things about lucid dreaming as well. Like if you ask in your dream what day and time it is, or like things like that, that they know that you are basically a human in the basically dream world, and they know, and they would like legit kick you out, or they would, I heard people say they attack you or crazy stuff. But yes, that is my lovely sister's sleep paralysis story. Thank you for sharing this, you guys. And so if you want to see more of my sister and hear more of her stories, because she got tons of stories, just let me know, because we're gonna be together on Christmas again with my other sister. So I got you. And so if you like this video all about my sister's sleep paralysis story, then show your girl some love and hit that thumbs up button right now. Right now. Because I come through with all the good health and fitness, talking about the internal beauty exuding outwardly, because there's nothing about the internal beauty shining through for me. So subscribe, because guess what? keep them videos coming. I'ma keep them videos coming. I'ma keep them videos coming. Yes. And always remember that you are perfect. Yes, you're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. You are absolutely perfect. Shout out to all my perfect gang. Throw up them hearts. Gang, 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 gang. Perfect gang and no gang. Let's connect. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Bye.